What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TEW Confrontational, episode number 53 of TEW Confrontational. My name is Ty Workentine here with my little brother, Evan Workentine.
What
Uh,
up?
and yeah, back at you after Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl 58 wrapped up, and Kansas City Chiefs came out victorious in our 2023 2024 Super Bowl 58 champions. And yeah, they'd go back to back winning it last year and this year. So hell of an NFL season. And yeah, we'll get into a little bit of the game and how that went and everything like that. But yeah, just overall thought of the season and the Kansas City Chiefs winning the Super Bowl and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, overall it was a great season. I mean, entire NFL season. A lot of teams that we thought weren't going to make it had great seasons, and then obviously the Kansas City Chiefs. They prevail as Patty Mahomes, Travis Kelce always do, and they win their second, so back to back. They're third for both of those guys, and I think a lot of players on the team as well. They're third ring, but great game. It was a little more sloppy than I thought it would be, especially right out of the gates. Um, I guess we'll talk about the entire game, but overall, like the question you asked, I thought it was a great entire NFL season, 23-24 season, and I couldn't be happier with the Packers season. So, yeah, great season.
Oh yeah, and the game kind of, like you said, started off a little slow. No points were scored in the first quarter. It was more of just a back and forth with punts and everything. I think it was punt on, how many of the first 5 or 6 drives, and then 49ers started off with a field goal in the second quarter. And yeah, not really much going on in the first half. First half score ended up being 10-3.
Hmm.
San Francisco did have a touchdown. It was like a trick play from Jawan Jennings to like a pass it to Jawan Jennings, and then Jawan Jennings threw it to Christian McCaffrey, and Christian McCaffrey skirted up the sideline for like a 21-yard touchdown on a little trickery there.
Hmm.
So that was kind of an exciting first half play to end it on. And then Kansas City got a field goal to end the half by Harrison butt kicker, which came in huge for Kansas City
Yeah, for
down the
sure.
stretch, and was kind of the key factor of winning this game here. But yeah, first half thoughts or anything like that. Yeah, like you said, it started off slow, but
Yeah, it started off slow. I think what really hurt the 49ers, obviously that fumble first drive by Christian McCaffrey really did hurt them. Obviously, the first drive is super important just to, build the momentum going through that whole first half. That fumble by Christian McCaffrey hurt them. But obviously they were able to
right.
bounce back, like you said, that Juwan Jennings. And that Juwan Jennings has had two or three big plays in these past few games. I mean, he had a huge game against the Packers or a big catch against the Packers. Yeah, but Christian McCaffrey's that fumble, then he bounces back with that trick play to get them on the board 10-3 at half.
Yeah, it was more of a defensive battle back and forth between these two teams. Not a whole lot of offense efficiency and besides towards the end of the game. But yeah, then the second half started off. You had the Kansas City Chiefs getting the ball the start the second half and throw an interception right away.
Hmm.
Patrick Mahomes with like a minute 30 in the second half, and then thankfully Kansas City defense stops the 49ers there. And then it goes back and forth for a little bit with 3 and outs and punts and everything like that. And then KC finally able to get a field goal on the board. So it's 10-6 halfway through the third quarter. And then, heading into the fourth quarter, you had, touchdown by the Kansas City Chiefs. And then these
Yep.
went back to back. So towards the end of the third quarter, Kansas City scored a touchdown. Um, Kind of like it was after uh, it was a punt, but it was a muffed punt. So it wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily a muffed punt, but it hit the back of a leg or it hit the player's leg or whatever, and skirted off. And Kansas City recovered it on like the
So
San Francisco,
just a fumbled punt. I mean, he didn't get out of the way and it hit him. So yeah, turnover. Yeah.
yeah, like a touch ball or whatever. And Kansas City got it right on the 16, and first play just throws a kind of like a fade to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, which, like
Hmm.
you mentioned, Jawan Jennings coming up huge in the playoff. MBS was huge in the
And
playoff for the
yeah, I
Kansas
know.
City Chiefs too.
And I told you, I think we were talking about Valdez Scantling during the season, and you said he was trash, but I know it. He's played with Rodgers. He's played with those quarterbacks. He comes up in big moments, like when he needs to, and he did this season, and now he's got a ring. He got two
Yeah,
rings, I think. No, this is his first ring. Yep.
yeah, but I don't know if I said it. It was kind of shaky season for regular season for MBS, having a couple drop passes, big drop passes, game winning passes. But yeah, it came in clutch when it mattered the most.
Mm-hmm.
And he got that touchdown there. But then yeah, San Francisco answers right back with Jawan Jennings catching touchdown. So he's like one of the second players in NFL history to have a passing and receiving touchdown with right behind Nick Foles, who did it back in can't remember when it was, but
It
he
was
the Philly
17.
special.
Yeah,
Yeah,
17 or 18.
yeah, with the Philly special when the Eagles won it that year. But yeah, went back and then they scored. And then KC kicked a field goal, and then 49ers kicked a field goal, and then KC kicked a field goal to tie it up 19-19. Harrison Butker and Moody were battling back and forth there. Goes into overtime. And this was a little bit of controversy here where you had the 49ers get the call the coin flip or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They
Fred
decided to take
Warner,
it.
yeah, Fred Warner and Patrick Mahomes were out there. Fred Warner called tails, landed on tails, coin flip did, and then Fred Warner was asked, "What do you guys want to do? Kick, receive, whatever?" And they said they wanted to receive, they wanted the ball, and you could see a little bit of shock in Patrick Mahomes' face, like, "What you want to receive here?" And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the rules changed for the playoff overtime rules to where kind of goes to like the college a little bit,
Yeah, I
where
mean, each team
each
gets.
team gets a possession, even if the other team scores.
Yeah, yeah, and which is how it
Um,
should be. I mean, it always should be like that, especially in the playoffs. I don't know if it should be controversy. I think this is on, you know, the 49ers coaching staff, the 49ers players not to know the overtime rules because,
yeah,
I mean, that's not controversy. The rules
wasn't
changed too,
necessarily, yeah,
but they
2 years
didn't,
ago.
and
Yeah,
yeah, they already had a Super Bowl with this. Obviously, didn't go to overtime, but they got to know the rules and
right.
not,
I
yeah,
wasn't saying like a controversy like between
well,
like the
yeah,
NFL and like
yeah, but
other
they're
and the refs and stuff, but I'm just saying like it's a big issue if you're NFL coaches and players who don't know
right.
the rules of the game and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
embarrassing actually, but yeah, I mean, and then Patrick Mahomes, their team already knew the rules. They wanted this, so he's like, "Oh, you're gonna take the ball? All right, perfect."
Yeah, there was a lot of talk. Like you can see the tapes and the sideline footage and the mic'd up of like, hey, they wanted the ball, and then you see Travis. Yeah, that's what we wanted
Well,
exactly.
yeah, during the coin flip, he's even like, "You actually like."
Yeah.
He tries not to break his face, but he's like, "Dude, they're taking the ball." 'Cause
Hmm.
he knows what their offense can do. Um, he trusts his offense, so
Yeah, and then you see the sideline of like Kyle Juszczyk is like, they still get the ball after we, even if we score. I didn't know
yeah,
that, and it's like,
right,
well, you didn't know that, and yeah, it's kind of nuts.
yeah,
But it kind of didn't seem like a lot of players on the 49ers didn't know because yeah, start the overtime. 49ers look pretty good going down the field. Then on
hmm
that fourth down, they got a third down stop with Trent McDuffie coming in and just swatting that ball away, which led to like a field goal, which made it 19 or 22-19 for 49ers. And then Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes get the ball. They're the last ones to hold the ball. They're gonna go down and
Yeah, and you
get a
never want to
touchdown.
put you never want to give Patty Mahomes and that offense, even though their offense this is one of the worst offenses they've had in the Super Bowl. Never
Hmm.
want to let Patty Mahomes have the ball in his hands last. And I just want to make a point. I think exact numbers, but I know Travis Kelsey had like 21 yards in the first half, and he ended up having 75 or something like that in the second. Just finished under 100 yards receiving. I think that was huge. They were kind of shutting him down the first half. He's not getting as many targets, and then obviously second half he comes alive and has a few big plays. I think he had a big 22 or 25-yard catch. Um,
22-yard catch over there in halftime. Yeah, I think it
mhm,
was on a third down or something like that, that which pretty much sealed the game. I
yep.
mean, didn't necessarily seal it, brought it within the red zone. I think it was like 15-yard line or whatever. Which a couple handoffs to Isaiah Pacheco, and then towards the towards the end of the game there, 3 seconds left, clock's ticking down. It didn't look like San Francisco really knew that. Oh, it looks like the Chiefs are just gonna go and let the clock run out and everything. And then snapped the ball with 3 seconds left, and it was like a walk-in touchdown for McCole
Hmm.
Hardman there
Yeah.
to end the game. And it was kind of just shocking how the game ended. Didn't look like the 49ers were ready for really any of that. But yeah, Kansas City back to back Super Bowl champions. Yeah, bragging rights. You had the parade this week, yesterday. Over 1 million people showed up again downtown Kansas City at the Union Station to celebrate the Chiefs.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and you had a lot of people celebrating down there. Yeah, unfortunately, there was some I don't even know if it was an altercation. I don't know too much on the story, so won't get too much into it. But there was a shooting down there at the parade during near or around Union Station. 22 officially reported got shot, and one
Fatality.
was shot and died there and everything. So yeah, pretty nuts what happened down there. So thoughts and prayers go out to Kansas City, the city of Kansas City, and the families of the victims and everything. But three people were apprehended and detained and taken
Hmm.
into custody. So um, shouldn't be any more of that. But kind of a freaky situation there.
Right, right. Yeah, unfortunate, like something like that. These events are, and there's been a lot of, Pat McAfee, a lot of ESPN. These are events that should be bringing communities together. Like these big win Super Bowls, should be bringing a community together, and just to have that happen, I mean, it tears your community apart. So it's unfortunate. Hopefully, we do like obviously don't want to get into politics too much, but just find a way that um, to have this stop happening because it's happening too often during these big events, concerts, Super Bowl parties, parades. So got to
Yeah.
get it figured out.
Yeah, but on the bright side, you had Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey giving speeches and singing on stage.
Yeah,
"Friends in Low Places" by Garth Brooks. Travis Kelsey was up
he
there
was hammered
singing,
too.
right, right. Yeah, they're having
He
out
was
there
having a good
drinking,
time. Yeah.
pounding beers. Yeah, saw a video of Travis Kelsey doing the Lombardi chug or whatever off of the
Hmm.
trophy with the beer. And yeah,
Yeah.
after the game, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey were smooching on the field and everything. And yeah, making
Yep.
it kind
Yep.
of it was already beneficial, but like making it like, oh yeah, these guys are in love and everything like that. And so yeah,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift actually flew from Tokyo on her Eras tour
Like 17-hour
from
flight or
from
something like that.
yeah, from Tokyo to Los Angeles, LAX, and then drove to Las Vegas to be at the Super Bowl. And then she has to go fly to Melbourne, Australia to continue her tour, and she has a uh, concert tomorrow, the 16th. So that's pretty
Hmm.
pretty
Busy lady.
dedicated, and yeah, pretty cool that all happened.
Right. Right.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, overall,
Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl 58 champs. But yeah, what do you got?
yeah, and I think there's this is Patty Mahomes has been in 6 Super Bowls. He's won three, so he's got a 50% chance. I believe 6 Super Bowls. I think it is. I think I could be wrong. I think it's six. He's been in 6 Super Bowls. He's won three, 50% chance. But they're going for that three-peat, and um, he'll be at four. But Tom Brady never had a three-peat, so um, I think Patty Mahomes slowly working towards. He's only 28 years old, slowly working towards that GOAT conversation, getting pretty close to Tom Brady. If he gets, shit, he's only 28. Shit, he's got at least
Right.
12 years left. I think at least 12 years left. Um, at least. So I think he can get 3 more rings for sure. 4 more rings to tie Tom Brady at least. So,
Yeah, no,
but yeah,
100%.
I
Yeah,
think the
no,
biggest thing they're chasing next is a three-peat because no franchise has ever done that. No quarterback's ever done that. So that'd be huge for them.
yeah. So Patrick Mahomes has only been so yeah 6 AFC championships. So
Championships.
so
Okay,
he's
yeah.
been to so yeah he's been in the league 6 years or starting as 6 years starting
Yeah.
quarterback. Been to the
Hmm.
AFC championship all 6 years. Been to the Super Bowl four
Three times.
times,
4 times.
4 times and have won three. So
Shit, so 75% chance of winning the Super Bowl.
mhm.
So that's pretty
If he
damn
makes
good
it there, yeah, no,
if he
kudos to
makes it
the
there.
kudos to the Chiefs. Yeah, I
And
was
shit, he's
watching.
and shit. What is he? He's been in the NFL 7 years, and he's made the AFC championship
Yeah,
six. So that's even a higher percentage of making the
well, he
AFC championship.
started. He's starting. He's 6 for 6.
Yeah, 6 for 6, but he's been in the league for 7 years. Yeah, yeah.
Right, but I mean, yeah, starting can't really do anything if you're not
Well,
starting. But
hey,
yeah,
yeah, exactly. But when we say Jordan Love's a rookie quarterback, first year playing, everybody says, "Oh, he's been in the league 4 years, 5 years." It's kind of the same thing.
Right. But yeah, kudos to the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, it takes a lot. I was watching Pat McAfee and D-Butt says, yeah, it's a tough road to even get to the Super Bowl, let alone win it. Three out of the four times you go there. So yeah, kudos to the Kansas City Chiefs and all the players there. They're gonna be having celebrating for the next couple of weeks. I think they're down there in Kansas City. We're probably gonna be hearing they're kind of becoming the villain team a little bit where yeah, you have the team that wins it all the time and people start be like, ah, fuck the Chiefs. I hate seeing the Chiefs win and everything like that. So
Hmm.
they're kind of becoming the villain and they're taking on that role pretty good, pretty well. You see uh yeah, Travis Kelce always shit talking to other players, rubbing it in everyone's face, all the fans' face that they're winning. You saw the Bills fans throwing snowballs and shit at the Chiefs players and everything after
Hmm.
they beat them. So I mean, they're liking it, and I mean, they're yeah one of the best teams. And you can't ever bet against Patrick Mahomes like we always been
Right,
saying. So
right. And I think that's going to be. I mean, you kind of expect that they're going to get some offensive weapons.
yeah, you got the
This
draft coming up.
this
Yeah,
off season. So I just think they're going to get better and better. And that Rasheed Rice, or what's his
yeah,
name?
Rasheed Rice. Yeah, he balled out this
I
year.
always thought it was Rashid with a D at the end, but it's just Rasheed.
Yeah, right. The no D at the end. Yeah,
Rashid. So yeah, he's a beast. Um, yeah, and pretty crazy how McCole Hardman was started on the Jets, or he was on the Chiefs, went to the Jets, came back to the
back.
Chiefs,
Yeah,
and ends up sealing the game with his touchdown to win a Super Bowl. So that's pretty
yeah,
awesome.
pretty special moment for
Full circle.
yeah, pretty special moment for the McCord. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, the whole entire team, Chris Jones. Yeah, it's a whole entire team. Uh, as a whole, congratulations to yeah the Kansas City Chiefs. That's pretty fucking awesome winning back to back. They're going for a three-peat next year. Patrick Mahomes is saying, and everyone else is saying. So,
Hmm.
yeah, gonna be exciting stuff to watch that. But yeah, not big news, but I mean, kind of the next big thing going on right now. Like you see on the screens here, we got NBA going on. Hit the halfway mark here, and we're finally at the NBA All Star break. Um, yeah, and so we're having another weekend of fun entertainment. You got the skills challenge. You have the Rising Stars games. You have Celebrity
Celebrity.
All Star game. Yeah, you have East versus West again this year. So yeah, yeah, Indianapolis starting tomorrow on Friday the 16th. You have all the games kicking off and everything. You have the celebrity game and the Rising Stars game tomorrow. And we'll go through the Rising Star game roster here. I have it. And then you have on Saturday the 17th, you have the skills challenge, the competition challenge, like the 3-point challenge, the dunk contest, the skills obstacle course, and everything like that. And then
Hmm.
the weekend wraps up with the 73rd NBA All Star game, and it's going back to the traditional East versus West instead of having two captains and picking teams. So
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm
uh,
glad that they're going back to that.
yeah, I kind of like it too. So it's going to be pretty interesting, and stuff like that. And then yeah, you have a few other things. Yeah, like I said, you have the celeb game, and I had the rosters here. Didn't really know a whole lot of people on the list here, but you have Shannon Sharp and Stephen A as the head coaches
That's funny.
for the celeb game, and then you have 50 Cent and Peyton Manning on Shannon's team, and then you have Lil Wayne and Aja Wilson on
Oh.
Stephen A. Smith's team as coaches.
Hmm.
And then Kai Sanat. Do you know who
Yeah,
that is?
he's a YouTube
YouTube.
streamer.
Yeah, Kai Sanat, Connor Daly. So I think this is John Daly's
John Taylor.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a golfer at Arkansas
Yep. Yeah.
Razorbacks.
Razorbacks. Yeah. Walker Hayes.
Yeah, country
Um,
singer.
yeah. Micah Parsons.
Dude,
Uh,
you know a lot of these people. What do you mean?
Right, I'm naming the people that I know, and these are all on Team Shannon Sharp's team. But
Okay.
the ones I don't know, like Quincy Isaiah, Jewel Lloyd,
Yeah.
uh, Lily Singh, Sir Dylan Wang. Like, I don't know those guys, but the ones I
Yeah.
listed, I did know. And then on Stephen A's team, some of these I kind of know. Jennifer Hudson,
Hmm.
Tristan Jazz. He is a TikToker. He used to be like on Vine. He does like basketball trick shots and stuff. He's actually pretty good at basketball.
JB's not playing this year.
No, I don't see JB on the list.
What about
Um,
Machine Gun Kelly? He used to play in this thing.
Yeah, no, don't see Machine Gun Kelly on here either.
Damn.
Um, the other, so after Meta World Peace, so
Yeah, I
Ron
know who that is.
Artest, yeah,
Yeah.
Ron Artest. CJ Stroud
Well,
is on
he's
Stephen
gonna be
A's team.
a baller.
Yeah, and then I also met when Puka Nacua was on Radio Row for the Pat McAfee show. They were trying to get him on the All Star, and they said that he was on the All Star, but I don't see him on the list.
I
But
don't
he might
know.
make an appearance at the All Star game or something like that. So,
Hmm.
and it's in Indianapolis, so you're going to see a lot of these probably basketball stars. We already saw Adam Silver, the CEO of the NBA,
Yep.
on Pat McAfee's
Commissioner. Yeah.
show. Yeah, commissioner, and then you saw Tyrese Halliburton on there today.
Hmm.
So yeah, you'll probably see a couple more guests, high level guests on there this probably tomorrow. Yeah. So
Yeah, and I know Pat McAfee's calling at least one quarter or whatever of the celebrity game. I don't think he's going to be there for like the entire weekend because
yeah.
I think they're going on vacation or something here shortly. I think they're taking a break from the show for a little while.
Yeah, they usually do
Uh,
after football season wraps up, but
right, right. But yeah, let's get into like you mentioned. There's the Rising Stars or whatever it
yeah.
was.
Yeah, Rising
Kind
Stars. So
I
this is
saw
like
that. And there's multiple teams, correct?
yeah, there's three NBA ones and then there's one G League, so four teams total.
Okay.
And they do like a mini tournament. They had this last year. But
Yep.
Pau Gasol is a coach, Tamika Catchings is a coach, and then Jalen Rose is a coach for the NBA teams. And they had the draft like last week or something like that. But Team Pau Gasol has Victor Wembanyama as a rookie, Brandon Miller is a rookie, Braden Podzimski from Golden State Warriors. He's a rookie. He's been playing well lately. Uh,
Hmm.
Jaime Jaquez Jr. from the Heat.
Hmm.
And then Jabari Smith Jr., Cason Wallace, and Bilal Kalabale, or however you pronounce his name, who used to be teammates with Victor, who
Yeah.
plays for the Washington Wizards. That's Pau Gasol's team. So
Okay.
pretty decent team. And
Hmm.
then Team Tamika Catchings, she picked Paulo Banchero from
Yep.
Duke,
But
Orlando Magic.
he's a
Uh,
beast.
yeah, Jaden Ivey from the Pistons, Jalen Dern from the Pistons, Keegan Murray from the Kings. You might have seen him in the 3-point contest. Scoot Henderson from the
Hmm.
Trailblazers. He came from the Ignite G League or whatever. Keontae George and then Dyson Daniels wraps up Tamika's team. And then
Yep.
team Jalen Rose's team has Chet Holmgren from the Thunder, Jalen Williams from the Thunder, Benedict Mathurin from the Pacers, Shaden Sharp from the Trailblazers, Derek Lively from the Mavs, Jordan Hawkins from the Pelicans, and Walker Kessler from the Jazz. So second and first year teams, so rookies and second year teams,
Hmm.
sophomore players wrapping
And
up those teams and
yeah,
everything like
it
that.
kind of sounded like all three of those teams had one like really good player. You know, Chet,
Bankero,
Ventura,
yeah, and Holmgren
and
or
yeah,
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. So they always have
Mm-hmm.
pretty much three big stars because I know that Paolo Ventura has been playing phenomenal the past few weeks.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
and obviously, yeah, Chet's a beast. Didn't even play really last year, so this is like his first full year actually playing because he got hurt. I think playing in a like a pickup game prior
yeah.
to
He
the
didn't really
season
play
last
much last
year.
year, so he's still considered a rookie. He was like an injury, like a injury red shirt. Technically, is what he used for
Is that
like.
what is
I
that
don't
what Ben?
know what
Isn't that what Ben Simmons did? He got hurt and then he ended up winning Rookie of the Year, and it was his second year, some shit like that.
something like that. Yeah, but yeah, no, yeah, like you said, Paulo Banchero's been playing real well. And a lot of those other like Victor's been playing really well for his rookie year. Already
Hmm.
has like leads the league in blocks with like 3.2. Chet Holmgren has second in the league in blocks. Yeah, he did, and then they played against each other a few weeks ago, and then yeah, went at it, and it was a fun game to watch. So yeah, that's gonna be fun matchup to see those guys play again during All Star week. So
Yeah, for sure. And
and then you
then
have the yeah what
skills challenges and stuff.
yeah then you have the Kia Skills Challenge, and then they have teams. So they did this last couple of years. They have teams, and then they kind of do the obstacle course together and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you have the team. It's called Team Top Picks, is what they call themselves. It's Paolo Banchero, Anthony Edwards
Banchero, yeah.
And Victor Wembanyama. So yeah, that's pretty stacked. So Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama, and then yeah, uh, Paolo Panchero.
Banchero, yeah.
Yeah.
That's I was looking at those teams, and that's probably the most stacked one, I think.
Yeah, right. It's super stacked. And then team Pacers, all Pacers players, Tyrese Halliburton, Benedict Mathurin, and Miles Turner.
Hmm.
Not a bad team. And then team All Stars is Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, and Trey Young. Yeah, and so
That's not a bad team either.
yeah, Scotty Barnes and Tyrese Maxey were on a team last year together, and they didn't do too hot. So we'll
But
see what happens.
Max has been playing pretty good. He's quick. Who does he play for?
The
76ers?
Sixers, and yeah, without Embiid, he's had to pick up a lot. But they just, yeah, did we ever talk about the trade where they? Yeah, I think we did, where they
Yeah,
sent Buddy Hield to
yeah,
the Sixers
I think we
last
did.
podcast or something like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, that should be fun for the skills challenge. I think my pick would be the team top picks with Paolo, Anthony Edwards, and Victor Wembanyama. That'd be
Absolutely.
my
I mean,
team
I don't.
to win
Yeah, I don't
that.
know. I don't know how you can't pick that team. I mean, that's obviously the by far the best team.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And then they have the 3-point challenge, the 3-point contest. The
Hmm.
players in that one are Malik Beasley, he's from the Bucks, Jalen Brunson from the Knicks,
Hmm.
Tyrese Halliburton from the Pacers, Damian Lillard from the Bucks now, Laurie Markkinen from the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell from the Cavs, Carl Anthony Towns who won it a couple of years ago from the Timberwolves, and then Trey Young from the Hawks.
Yeah.
So yeah, out of those guys, who do you got winning that one?
I mean, I think obviously, I think this is kind of a no-brainer. Top two, Trey Young and Damian Lillard. I think those are your best three-point shooters. But
You'd think.
you know how it goes. They don't. Some of them aren't going to try. They'll be fucking around, and you'll see like Tyrese Halliburton win it, or Laurie Markkinen or whatever his name is win it. So, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're actually starting to put some good shooters in there because I know a few years back it was just a lot
Well,
of
Steph
rookies,
Curry
second
was
year
in it a couple
players.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, but
When
there's a
it,
lot of rookies, second year players hopping in, and I think that I don't know. I mean,
I could
the
see
all
Carl
but
Anthony Towns winning it again for
yeah, but
sure.
way back when the All Star was actually like when the big players were in it, like MJ was in the dunk contest at one point. They don't
Vince
do that stuff
Carter and
anymore.
yeah, I
They
know. I
don't do
wish
that.
it would go back.
Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, like
Yeah.
they don't do that stuff anymore. But
Yeah. It'd be kind
no,
of fun to see
it's
those big names in there.
yeah, it's still gonna be fun to watch. I think the NBA has the best All Star.
I think
Um,
so too.
Best All Star weekend as a whole. I think Adam Silver does a great job in putting this on.
Yeah.
So
I think the NBA as a whole business company does a great job putting everything together. They have good marketing.
great
Um
marketing.
and like yeah, they do really well. Like it's just so many games, but they still try to keep their views up because yeah, during halfway through the season, yeah, you get the All-Star, but then like the
The
halfway
in
through the
season
first half,
tournament.
yeah, I guess they added that this year, which was kind of a nice introduction, but it gets
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
boring and you just have basketball and you're like, it's kind of just playing in the background.
right.
But yeah, this
But
should be entertaining this weekend. And then yeah, probably the most like anticipated or used to be the most anticipated event was the slam dunk contest.
hmm
Where like we mentioned, we had Michael Jordan, you had Vince Carter, you had Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, all those guys.
right,
This year we have Jalen Brown from the Celtics, that
which is a big
Yame,
one.
yeah, that Yame Jacquez Jr. from the Heat. He's in
Yep,
rookie. Mac McClung, who won it last year.
last year. Yep.
Yeah, so Mac McClung, and then Jacob Toppin, Obi Toppin's brother.
Oh
Um,
shit, I didn't even know he had a brother. Is he a
yeah,
rookie?
so yeah, rookie or second year, but you know that Obi Toppin can jump out of the gym, so I'm assuming Jacob Toppin can too.
Right.
Mac McClung can jump out of the gym. That Yame Yaskez or Wasquez or whatever, he's been putting up numbers and he's been playing well. And then Jalen
hmm
Brown, that's kind of a big one. I didn't know he can really jump that good,
He's
but
athletic
yeah,
though. I mean,
true,
he
true.
can probably get up. But yeah, I winning that one. I definitely have. I don't know, Mac McClung. He can balance, man. He pulls a lot of tricks
Winning
out of
it
his
back to
sleeve.
back, I don't know. I don't
Right.
know. I think I'd be kind of,
I'm going for Mac.
yeah, it'd be cool to see Jacob Toppin win that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. But then yeah, you had the All-Star game. So the West versus the East. So your starters for the West, you have Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, Shai Gilgeous Alexander, LeBron James, and Nikola Jokic. Those are the starters
Nicola. Yeah.
for the West, and then for the East, the starters are Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum. But obviously, Joel Embiid underwent surgery, so he's not going to be playing. So some of
Hmm.
these lineups might be a little. They have reserves and everything, and so I'll go through the
Yeah.
reserves. The reserves for the West are Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns. And then the reserves for the East are Bam Adebayo, Paulo Banchero, Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, and Julius Randle. So you got a lot of big names in there. Surprised on a couple of people that are in there, and surprised at a couple of people that didn't make it. Like Domantas Sabonis is averaging like
Hmm.
a triple double. He's not in there, and
Yeah. But
Kings, yeah,
yeah, who do you got winning that game?
probably the West. The West is stacked, but I mean the East. I mean, yeah, you have Giannis and Dame, and yeah, and Joel's out, so he's not going to be there. Yeah, I think the West have that one for sure. They have a lot more talent in the West.
Yeah, I agree. I think the West is going to win it.
You have
And I
Steph
think,
Curry and LeBron James, and Steph Curry's coming off the bench. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, should be a fun weekend. I like I mentioned, this is the best All Star. I think yeah, Adam Silver does a great job, put on a great. And Indianapolis, pretty crazy. It's going to be there, but yeah, I mean, I think they'll have a good turnout. Hopefully. Speaking of Steph Curry, though, I think it was last night. He did. He was done. He always does these tunnel shots, and everybody thinks they're like fake. He threw it from the tunnel all the way across the court and cashed it.
I know. Yeah, I
And
saw
so, what's the dimensions of an NBA court? How long is that
82
court?
feet.
82 feet. So he's throwing it about 100 feet because he's in the tunnel and he throws it and
Yeah,
catches it.
I saw that video. I didn't know if it was real or fake or not, but
I don't know because I mean it was right before the game. I don't know how.
yeah,
I guess somebody could take it up and edit it, but man, that was
yeah.
pretty insane. But
Right. No,
um,
yeah, that is pretty crazy. He's been lighting it up too. He's having like 7+ threes a night the past 5 nights. And they played a night again. So we'll see
mhm.
what happens. But yeah, NBA is fun to watch when you have somebody like that, greatest shooter of all time playing. And yeah, it's just absolutely insane, which leads me to the night. Caitlin Clark, absolutely nuts and insane the way she's been playing in college basketball the last couple of years. Really came onto the scene last year during the NCAA tournament for the women's and everything like that. But yeah, she's only 8 points away from cracking the all-time leading score for the most all-time points scored in women's college basketball. And they played
Yeah,
tonight versus Michigan.
yeah, and not to be spoiler or anything, she already did break it. She broke it 4 minutes ago with a deep three from the logo. So she sets the woman scoring record, passing Kelsey Plum. So
Oh hell yeah,
she,
they started at
she
7. Yeah,
yeah,
so I mean,
she beat
doesn't
it.
take long to get 8 points. So yeah, she passed
Mm,
Kelsey Plum. So yeah, hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. Well, fucking yeah, shout out to Caitlin Clark
yep.
making bank. She actually not making bank. Well, it still is a lot of money, but I looked up what her NIL is, and it's around 739,000. So only like a 3/4 of a million, which I thought she'd be making a shit ton more. Like Bronny James is like 6.9 million or something
Hmm.
like that. But it is
Yeah.
Bronny James. But
Yeah, I mean still quite a bit of money, but yeah, she's probably making more. I mean, I don't know. When you look up those things, sometimes like when you look up somebody's net worth, that's
right, it's
not
way
true at
off.
all. I
But
mean, yeah,
yeah.
but
But hell
yeah,
yeah,
good
shout
for
out
Kate.
Caitlin Clark. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
she's
I'm
put
about
up a
to.
total of at least more than 3,527 because that's what Kelsey Plum was at. And she
Yep,
had 3,519 heading
yeah,
into this game. So
she passed it. She beat her
how
by
many
one
points
point.
does she have?
3,000. I don't know right now, but yeah, as of like 5 minutes ago or seven
Probably
minutes
nine.
ago,
Yeah,
three thousand 3,528. So
I'll
beat her by
just
1 point.
I'll just look it up. Yeah, probably that was a 3. She has
Hmm.
14 points. Yeah, she has 14 points right now
Yeah, the
with
game started 12 minutes ago.
yeah, there's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. So yeah, she's
Right.
balling out.
Yeah.
God damn, that's fucking nuts. But yeah, shout out. She has 17 now. She just had another 3. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, she's gonna
Yeah.
probably have. I mean, when the lights are bright, she performs well, as we've seen, multiple times. So I'm guessing she might drop 40 or 50 tonight. Who knows?
Yeah, she's just a performer. Like she's just an
Yeah.
entertainer playing basketball. It's pretty fucking nuts. So it's gonna be interesting. This is her last year. This is 4 years in college. So we'll see. She has a couple red shirts from COVID and stuff like that. So we'll see if she stays in Iowa. I'm assuming she won't, but she could, making all this money with NIL and everything. So
Hmm.
um so yeah, who knows what she's gonna do. But yeah, speaking of a lot of money, yeah, golf is back, or it's been going on last couple weeks, but the Genesis Invitational is this weekend, kicked off today on Thursday. And Tiger Woods is officially back and playing as well. His first golf match since the Masters last year in 2023. So it's been about 11 months since he last golfed. And yeah, he shot +1 today.
Yeah, not
So
great.
not too bad. He's sitting like middle of the pack with the crowd. So yeah, 70 players in this tournament. It's a 3-day cut, so players have 3 days to get their scores instead of two and making the
Yeah.
cut. So it's a 3-day cut. So Sunday will be the last day. Top 50 players will make the cut to go for the 200 or the $20 million purse. So
Yeah, it's a big purse. Yeah, and then yeah, I mean he is getting old, but I think Tiger Woods just came out with his own brand too. It's called Sun Day, not Sunday, Sun Day Red. So
yep,
I don't know
Sunday red.
what's the, I don't know what the meaning behind that is, but
Well, just because he always wore red on Sunday, so I don't know if
yeah,
why he spaced it out
yeah, it
Sunday
looks weird,
red.
but
It looked. I mean, yeah, maybe the way it looks is weird, but he has a cool tiger logo on the front. He was wearing
mm,
it today. He had a nice cream outfit on, and I mean, he
yeah,
didn't. He looked pretty good. He birdied the first hole, bogeyed the second and third, and then birdied the fourth. And that's all
mm,
I was watching. That's all I saw going. And
yeah.
then so he's going even into the fifth, and then yeah, just checked the score not too long ago. He finished +1 for the day. Um, so yeah,
So
not
and
too.
you said he's sitting like middle of the pack right now.
Yeah, so there's 70 players, and he's sitting about 55th,
Oh
50.
shit! So he's in the
But
bot like bottom 25%,
I mean, tied for 10th,
30%.
tied for 10th is 3 under. So he's
Yeah.
only four shots from
So he's
10th
not, yeah, he's not
place.
too far
Right.
behind,
That's why
but
I'm saying, yeah, middle of the pack,
he's
kind of,
probably, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
because Alex Smalley, who's in last, is plus fifth or plus
Plus
five.
five, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's middle of the pack, I would say. And then Patrick Cantley's leading that at -7, and Cam Davis is at -6, Jason Day at -6, and Luke List at -6. Kind of wraps up your top 4 or 5 there. And like I said, yeah, Tiger Woods +1, but yeah, no, a lot of sports. I mean, this will tide us over till March Madness at least. You got
Hmm.
NBA going on. You got men's and women's college basketball going on, golf going on, UFC coming up. There's a couple big fights coming up in February, end of February, early March. There, I know Sugar Sean fights in March.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And I
got a
think, yeah,
lot of stuff going on. So
yeah, I mean, other big news, I mean, obviously we're going to start seeing people released in the NFL. Bears made the first big moves, releasing Eddie Jackson and Cody Whitehair, which Whitehair was a Pro Bowl All Pro for the Bears offensive lineman, and then Eddie Jackson was a beast. So those are the first big moves. I haven't seen much else, but
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it's had.
a lot
Yeah,
of
go
free
ahead.
agents gonna be coming up in 2024 in this offseason. A lot of moves gonna be made, a lot of trades. So it's gonna be interesting offseason. So we have pumped for that and everything like that. So
Yes, sir.
but yeah, we'll dive into that stuff when that happens. But yeah, that's all I got. Appreciate you guys tuning into the episode 53 of TEW Confrontational. We'll see you guys next week on the pod. Until then, peace.
Peace.